I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. Baby, I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. This time a telephone call won't do, 'cause baby I need to hold you close, as if I'm never letting go. 'Cause baby when I'm feeling like this, it feels so damn good that I can't resist, and I don't wanna let it in. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. Baby, I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. This time a telephone call won't do, 'cause baby I need to hold you close, as if I'm never letting go. 'Cause baby when I'm feeling like this, it feels so damn good that I can't resist, and I don't wanna let it in. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. This time a telephone call won't do, 'cause baby I need to hold you close, as if I'm never letting go. 'Cause baby when I'm feeling like this, it feels so damn good that I can't resist, and I don't wanna let it in. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Taz, and you are watching the Intro Podcast live recording. I am excited to have you guys here with me on tonight. Those of you who are here now, I'm excited. I'm happy. I really want to talk about something that started bothering me today, and this is probably not going to be like a super long show, but two things that I want to discuss that was brought to my attention today. We got some people chatting already. Okay, that's just me. So, if you would like to be a part of today's show and you want to chat via video, if you're on Facebook under my profile, I have a link where you can click and you can chat with me live. Or if you would just like to keep it in the comments, you can also type and keep it live there too. Um, I'm excited to be able to be back again for another dope show of the Intro Podcast. It's been a little while since I've been able to do it. Life be happening. If anything else, life be happening. And I'm learning daily how to deal with what life is doing. But today we are going two topics that I really want to cover today. I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time. We're going to talk about Oprah Winfrey, and we're going to talk about Jennifer Lopez. But the Oprah is going to be the more focused discussion that I want to talk about. Um, but before we get into deep conversation, let's just chat for a minute. Again, thank you guys for coming back on, watching or listening, however you're doing so. Of course, these shows, if you're watching on social media right now, these shows are definitely going to be featured on um our podcast, which is streamed on Spotify and iHeart Radio, or wherever you may get your podcast from. Again, under the intro podcast. See, people keep on going in and out, in and out. Come in the room and stay in the room. Nah. But I want to thank you guys once again for coming back in, checking us out, kicking it with us. Hopefully, you'll come in and you'll talk to us in a little bit, whether it's by chat or by video, whichever one. I just want to chat with you. But in the meantime, in between time, let me welcome you guys to almost a new year. It's amazing that it seemed like we literally just hit the middle of 2022, but 2022 is almost over with. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sad about it, because this year has been yearing. If that makes any sense. This year has been yearing for me, from the different things that I've had to deal with, as opposed to personal life, from health situations to relationships and all that other good stuff. This life has been lifing, but I came out on top in every situation this year. And that's a message in itself. That is a message in itself. I came out when a lot of people thought that there was no come out, or people thought that I was supposed to just give up, throw in the towel, and be like, oh, well, it don't matter. But let me tell you the truth. It matters because of the fact that I didn't give up. Here I go starting out something totally different. Because I didn't give up, um, I've been able to see me coming out on the other end. I didn't give up, and I've been able to see God really show up in my life and do things that I needed him to do. Probably not when I needed him to do it, but when I needed him to do it, if that makes sense. A lot of times we have our, what I would consider, time length on when we think God should do what we think God should do and how we think he should do it. But I'm coming to find out, I'm telling the truth, that uh truth of the matter is, our ways really are not his ways, and our thoughts are really not his thoughts. Our timing is really not his timing. And it's taken me a bit to notice it, but at 41, I'm in this thing for real. Um, no joke. Uh, Going through the sicknesses that I've been going through within the last couple months, and um, wondering what's on the other side. Am I going to be able to come out of this, or am I just, how did you leave me? And it's not a bad thing to ask God if he's left you. I'm just saying, people may disagree, but I don't think it's such a bad thing to ask him, or wonder if you're here by yourself, or if anybody care, or if anybody see you. Because sometimes we just need that, okay, that we can go and we could ask questions. Because see, the thing is, a lot of people who are dealing with a lot of issues or a lot of situations are people who don't know that whatever you're dealing with, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to feel that it's not enough. Feel your feels. Because if you don't feel your feels and you try to suppress it because you want to become everything to everybody, you do nobody any good. Because eventually, what you're feeling, the real you is going to come out. You can only pretend to play the game for so long until what's really in you is going to come out. And whenever it comes out, trust me, it's going to come out majorly in a way that um, may be worse than what the true intention was. But because it was never worked on, or it was never handled the right way, it's like whoever get it, get it. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it is what it is, right? Um, and that was my attitude for a long time because it's nothing new. We've shared it before. I tried to become a lot of things to a lot of people in order to get a lot of things. Yeah, y'all just saw that. To get a lot of things, and at the end of the day, those things did not work out. But I'm here to tell the story that you can come out if you want to, because I came out and I'm happy and I'm excited, and I get to tell people that you don't have to be that person, that you can be happy, that you can be whole. Um, Knowing that your happiness and your wholeness may piss a lot of people off, but it's okay. It's okay to make people mad because you want to do you. And yes, I talk about this point on every single show. It's okay to piss people off because you choose to be happy on your own terms. Whether it's relationships, whether it's the career, whether it's the job, whether it's the food, whether it's the religion, be happy on your own accord because at the end of the day, we are only programmed, I say, to play the role of somebody else's life for so long. It's just like kids that are living vicariously through their parents. No, the parents that are living vicariously through their kids. That's right. Where they have the kids doing things that they wish they would have done whenever they were kids, but because it didn't happen, they had to figure out, how can I make it happen now? Oh, I have a child, so let me enroll my child in everything I wanted to do in school and couldn't do. Of course, and the child does it. And some of the children do it well. And with that, children will make it what they want to do after a while because they've been doing it for so long. But 9 out of 10, it was never really a goal that they had to even want to be whatever that is. However, I'm glad that we now have an opportunity to live outside of that. We now have an opportunity to say, I understand what everybody want me to do or what everybody want me to be. But if it doesn't line up with who I want to be, what I want to be, then I can basically do me. I can pick my own whatever and be happy about it. So that's my spill on that. Um, do me a favor, if you guys are not aware, I have some really, really dope music out. It is neo soul R&B. You can find me on all streaming platforms and social media, by the way. Uh, Under I am Travaine, and just check out some good music. I promise you, it's not the ratchet stuff. I do some really, really dope neo soul R&B music. I do love stuff that people, whenever you hear it, if you just so happen to be with that person that you're with, like you'll be like, baby, I love you. Or if like some of my music could be like music where I'm talking about love lost, love gained, and love desire. Those are my three elements for I am Travaine. So I believe that there's something for everybody. And my music is gender neutral. I'll never say man, woman, boy, girl, dog, or cat. So that be that is all good, right? So check me out on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you stream your music, YouTube, Title, everywhere under I Am Trevane. Those of you who are watching, you see the caption right there. If you're listening to this, I am Trevane, Trevayne. I am excited about my music. And I'm excited about my music because for so long I was told that, it would never work because in order for it to work, you have to have this person, and this person on your side to sign the check or to do this or do that or, no. I went to YouTube University, and I'm not ashamed to say that because the success that I get or the success that I have in doing this, I want people to know that you're able to start from the ground and build up, and you can make things happen for yourself, because I'm making things happen for myself with my music, with my business, with my brand. I have a wonderful event coming up in the middle of next year. We'll talk about that. So I'm just excited that I'm able to do things on my own accord, whether people are happy with it or not. Yeah, we're doing it. Do me a favor, if you're watching this live or listening, you can always check us out on everything that we're doing here at Spotlight Media Group at Spotlight Media Global.com. You can check us out also at iamtrevane.com for my music. Oh, no, yards. But I want to get into this discussion. I'm going to play a little bit of the video, and then we'll get into the discussion. Um, I feel like people want us to. It's amazing how some people. Well, no, I said I was going to talk about that next, last. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about J Lo. She done interview earlier, and we know the ups and downs of the relationships that she's been in. But we also know that now that she's in the relationship that I feel like may be the solid relationship. There's an old saying that the old people used to say: if you have something, let it go. And if it comes back to you, you know it's meant for you. Something like that. I'm not that old, so I wouldn't know it exactly. But in J Lo's case, that worked 100%. You let something go, if it comes back to you, you know that it is yours. And now she know that it's really hers. Well, she say that she know or feel that it's really hers. And I'm excited that whether it's for anybody, I love, period. So I'm excited that she has found this new love in her new marriage. But we're gonna play a bit of the interview that she done, and we'll talk about it. Let's go.
At this moment in time when I was reunited with the love of my life and we decided we were going to be together forever. And the whole message of the album then is like, this love exists. This is a real love. Now I think what the message of the album is very much, if you were wondering, if you have, like me at times, lost hope, almost given up, don't. Because true love does exist. And some things do last forever.
Oh,
I mean, that is very, very, very powerful, because again, a lot of times we go through things, um, especially relationship love wise, we go through things or we deal with things, people or situations that may cause us to draw a conclusion on what love is based on the offense that love caused. If you're watching this, if you look on through my Facebook profile, if you look right under the picture, you'll see a link to where if you would like to come in and come on video, you can talk to us and you will be on the show. So you can click on video at any point in time and I bring you in and we'll talk about it. But yeah, so we know she's had a couple of them, but she earlier in the interview, she said that whenever her and Ben uh, split up the first time, she was like, I felt like I was gonna die. But it took, I think it's like 20 years. It took 20 years for that love to come back around and find her. I'm happy. I'm excited for her because also she just announced that she's about to do another project, musical project. Um, and she has a lot going on in her life now that's making her happy. The right love will make you happy. Let me say that one more time. The right love will make you happy because whenever you have that person in your life that you feel really care about you, really have your back, or really want to be that for you, whenever they get behind you and push you at the time where you feel like you don't even want to be pushed, where you feel like you're not even worthy to be pushed, that does something for you. So I understand the happy point that J Lo is at right now because I mean, hey, she's back out, she's doing music, um, and she's letting people know how happy she is. It's amazing how interviews like that or conversations like this rarely ever really gets spoken of because it's not the ratchet that everybody want to be around. The things that get the most publicity, positivity don't get publicity at all. Let me say it again. Positivity does not get publicity. And I have a problem with that because with the opportunity to be as negative as we want to be, or as negative as people already are, there should definitely be people who don't want to see that. We have too many people that want to see the negative, who want to see their relationships not last, who want to see your caption as being my relationship is in question or whatever. Too many people want to see that. Not enough people want to see we we working on it. Not enough people want to see I'm happy. Not enough people want to see I'm in love. Not enough people want to see we getting married or this is our 20th year anniversary. Not enough people want to see that. But we'll harp and we'll share and we'll comment on the negative. We'll comment whenever the husband or the wife is trying to blast that other person because something's not working out at that point in time. Again, if you all are watching this and you want to comment, you can type or you can come on live on video. There is a link right under the posting that you can click on to come in live to talk about what we're talking about whenever you want to do that. But yeah, we don't have enough people that want to see real love, enough people that want to even experience good love. I've learned that more people want to see who they can conquer, who they can say they've had, who they've slept with. They want to be able to say that they've had this person. Not enough people want to say I've been married for all years, or we've been dating exclusively, not sharing one another for a point in time. So, like J Lo said, love does work. Real love does work if you're working with the right person. Somebody made a post on, and I saw on Facebook today. They asked, "What's worse than what's worse than leaving in a relationship?" Let me say it again. They said, "What's worse than leaving in a relationship?" And my response to that to myself, because I didn't type it and I don't know why. My response to that is not leaving. Let me say it again. They asked, what is the worst thing in a relationship besides leaving that relationship? And my response is the worst thing in a relationship is not leaving. Some of us stay because it's familiar to us. And that familiar relationship it's not necessarily the best thing for us. Well, I'm not going to say not necessarily. It's not the best thing whenever what you're experiencing causes you to cry more than it causes you to laugh, causes you pain more than it causes comfort. So yeah, that part. But for those of you who are just getting in, or those of you who are just listening to the podcast, wherever you're listening to it, this is what we're talking about right here. This is Jennifer Lopez on her new marriage and the happiness that comes from it. Here we go.
At this moment in time when I was reunited with the love of my life and we decided we were going to be together forever. And the whole message of the album then is like, this love exists. This is a real love. Now I think what the message of the album is very much, if you were wondering, if you have, like me at times, lost hope, almost given up, don't. Because true love does exist. And some things do last forever. Oh.
She almost gave up. How many of us have been in situations where, because we're tired of going through the same thing over and over again, experience the same thing, even though it's from different people, it seems like it's the same thing, or it's something that's familiar. Even the familiar thing can trigger you. Even the familiar thing can make you be like, okay, if he or she has done this or said this, it's similar to what it can turn into from this other person. So I don't even want to experience it. I don't even want to open the door to give myself an opportunity to experience this or that, because I'm just not going through it. Like J-Lo said, love works. But like I said, love only works when you're loving the right person. And it's up to you to determine who the right person is. You'll probably have to go through a couple people. You have to look at the fact J-Lo went through them. She went through them like going through them. But at the end of the day, she discovered what works for her. Even if what works for her would cause America to clown her, because that's what happens whenever you choose your happiness on your terms. It'll piss people off. It'll cause people to want to clown you because they don't understand what this person does for you. They don't understand how much you care about this person, how much this person cares about you, or the other qualities that this person have that make you feel the way you feel when you feel it. They don't understand that. So yeah, whenever she decided to get remarried again 20 years later, they were like, "Are you crazy? This is the same man that da 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 da." And you can only imagine the other people who may have tried to be in her ear, like, "Girl, what are you doing? Do you not know who this is?" Yeah, I know who it is, but I also know what he is. He's mine. And giving people, I preface this first. Be careful who you give another opportunity to. But if you give the another opportunity to the right person, you never know what could happen, because we don't know what the mindset, the work ethic, or whatever, we don't even know what that was back then. So if it comes back to you, J-Lo's came back. What if yours come back? Like, I'm not gonna say mine came back, but we just rediscovered each other based on not communicating years ago. Whenever I first met him, it wasn't made clear how I felt, wasn't made clear how he felt. So we just been looping life over and over and over again, just looping life, trying to figure out uh yeah, that's funny. But we've been looping life over and over. What's up, Charles Williams, Doretha Stone, Mug Jones, Cuzzo, Tenacious, T Baker. It's amazing how we've just been looping life trying to figure out what that was supposed to be, to where now we're at a point to where we actually see each other for who we are after a discussion, after a text, and after, just saying, yes, I see you. Yes, I've always wanted you. I've always looked at you like this. Um, but because back then that discussion wasn't had or wasn't made specifically clear, we just been looping life. Think about it. J-Lo been looping life over and over and over again, not understanding that the person, or I'm not going to say not understanding, but not seeing in the future that God would bring that right back to her. It's amazing how he works. Sometimes he'll let us go out and make a fool of ourselves practically, because we want to do this thing called life the way we want to do it, with who we want to do it with. A lot of times the things that our goals that we have in life are attached to the people that we have attached to us. Let me say it again. A lot of our goals or success is attached to the people who we have attached to us. And if we have the wrong people attached to us, you might as well give it up, because you're never going to get there. Because I am a firm believer that God won't allow the wrong people to enter your right future. Whether it's relationships or friendships, God will not allow the wrong person to enter into your right future. Consider the guys that J-Lo has been with within 20 year time span. Yes, she had a little success. But I also I was listening to a video with Tyler Perry, and he made a really good point about people being in your life for a season, or people being in your life for a reason. I'm gonna see if I can find that while I talk. We have people who have been around us, definitely. I learned that a lot of people who are around us also, they're not necessarily around us because they mean us good. Some people just know where you're going. And because they know where you're going, they want to be attached to that later. So they're willing to put up with whatever they have to put up with now in order to get there. But this is Tyler Perry. Let's talk about it.
Hear me clearly when I say this. There are people who come in your life sometimes
I didn't have
to be
enough
there for a
time to.
season. They weren't meant to be there always. Sometimes we find ourselves hooked up with people that we think are there for a lifetime, but they were only supposed to be there for a season. There are people who come in your life like boosters for a rocket. If you ever watch a rocket go into space, the boosters fall off when it reaches a certain altitude. Some people are not equipped to handle the altitudes that you're going to. So don't be afraid when they fall off. They're not bad people. They just couldn't go where you're going.
That was the most powerful word I heard today. Some people are not fit to go there with me. Some people are not going to be able to take it, and that done something for me, because I didn't. I used to get mad whenever, whether it was relationships, friendships, families, or whatever, where people would come in and they pat me on the back and let me know yada yada yada. But then on the other side of things, once that pat on the back was over and I was looking for them again, they were gone. For me, I thought it was, you're not good enough to be around for a long time. Or when it came down to relationships, you can tell me nothing. Relationship, I was like, I'm just not good enough for nobody. Don't nobody see me. Because everybody who I've tried to be that with, they didn't last. And whenever it didn't last, and I would find out why it didn't last, and stuff like that, it played with the mental. I was like, oh my goodness. But then listening, not just listening today, but over time, you figure out everybody's not going to make it to be a part of your life forever. And it's people who we probably really want to be that. The bad part, we really want to be Captain Saberho and bring everybody with us. Doesn't happen like that. But I'm happy that J-Lo was able to notice what she had to notice to get to this happy place that she's in. I'm glad that I was able to notice where it at least looked like my happy place is. It's been a happy place so far. But yeah, that. But do me a favor. We gotta pay some bills right fast. In the meantime, in between time, if you check out this video, I'll be right back and we'll get into our second discussion where I want to talk about people that is y'all need to leave Oprah alone, bro. What did Oprah do to you? We'll talk about that in just a second. It's your boy Taz.
This time a telephone call won't do, 'cause baby I need to hold you close, as if I'm never letting go. 'Cause baby when I'm feeling like this, it feels so damn good that I can't resist, and I don't wanna let it in. Baby I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy. Baby, I need you here with me, right here with me, so I can feel your energy.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just join us, we're talking about something that Howard Stern said, right, Yee?
Yes, he was talking about Oprah, and he said that it's wild that she shows off her wealth because people are struggling. Here's what he said.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the thoughts? What's your thoughts with this?
I mean, I never looked at it that way.
Everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? We are back again. This is your boy Taz. You are listening to or watching the Intro Podcast. Trey is not with me on today, but he will be back. For those of you who are wondering where Trey is, he'll be back. The video clip that you all just seen just now, Howard Stern doing the interview, and Oprah and her wealth and how she chooses to let people see her becomes a part of the conversation. My question is this: why, first and foremost, why are you concerned about it? Is it bragging or is it inspiring for Oprah Winfrey to, on her social media, on Instagram and anywhere else you can see videos of her actually showing what hard work is paid off for her? Because for me, that's what it is. She's letting people see, out of all the years of all the hard work that I've had to put in, this is it. This is where I am. And trust and believe, what we see now is not even the end. So Howard, I feel sorry for you, bro, because I don't think Oprah going nowhere anytime soon. I think it's a shame that we get so caught up on No, let's say it like this. Why can't black people get the same credit or notification that we're on, that white people get? Because we don't hear people talk about Jay Leno and um all of these other celebrities that are not African American that have all of their pictures and videos of their life, their cars, their clothes, and it's not for a particular TV show, it's just on social media. We don't have people talk about them. We do. I have not heard one time somebody say, "Oh my God, Kim needs they need to take their TV show off air because they're just bragging on everything that they have, yada yada yada." And if it have, like I say, I haven't heard it. Maybe you guys have, but I don't think that it's fair that we should have to dumb ourselves down or dumb down our success because somebody else don't understand us. Um, the way that he made it seem was even more nail biting for me to say that Oprah has servants. No, she don't have servants. Oprah have people that work for her. Oprah have people that she has hired to do a job. If that's the case, the people that help you, Howard, on your podcast or anything else that you do in life that's bringing in money or that you're paying people for, those are your servants. Let me say it again. If the people who are working that Oprah has hired, if those are servants for her, the people that you have working for you are servants also. Because you hired people to do a job, and the only right thing to do as a boss is to pay the people that work for you. It just so happens that she's on a whole nother level. But it amazes me how she gets attacked as being somebody, oh, she's not ashamed of her wealth. I wouldn't be ashamed of my wealth either. Trust me, if you knew where I come from to where I'm about to go, whenever you see what I'm putting out, what I'm posting, y'all can say what y'all want to. I need people to see that have been following me from however many years up until that moment. Look at the progress that I've made and what God has enabled me to get. Therefore, you'll understand why I'm posting the pictures and posting the videos and posting the trips, because of what I couldn't do before, but what I can do now. I hate the fact that people expect us to be humble and be real meek about our success whenever other people can be as loud as they want to about theirs. Doesn't make sense to me. If we understood half of the things that Oprah has had to go through in the time span of birth up until now, the struggles, the ups, the downs. Yeah, we've been seeing her with the TV show back in the day. She had the network now, but we don't know the struggles, the ins and outs that it takes to make that a success. How many times she's probably had everything to going down to like, where is anything? Are those people that have been able to see that? I believe that God puts people around us to watch us through all stages of our lives. He want them to see us at our down point. He want us to see us want them to see us at our high point, so that whenever they see us at a high point that they know that we couldn't do, it's like you have to say, God did that. God did. I like that song, by the way, DJ Khaled. So to say that she's not ashamed of her wealth, I would not be ashamed of my wealth either. If I had it, I would want people to know. And it's not a fact of me trying to floss. No, I'm not trying to floss at all. It's the fact that, well, I'm not going to say her. Say me, I'll say her. It's not the fact that she's trying to floss. We don't know how many people get inspired daily by seeing how celebrities are living their lives, especially the celebrity that you've been following forever. So you kind of know the process. You kind of know what they've been through. What's up, Joshua? I'm going to play what we're talking about currently in just a second. We don't know what, no, you know the process of the people that you have been following, whether it's actors, musicians, whatever. If you've been knowing them for so long, you see them now and they're at a high point, it's like, oh my God, they're really doing something now. How, and because I know what they didn't have, I'm inspired to do the work. Oprah inspires the hell out of me. Whenever I see the house and I see the TV network started from a talk show, yada yada yada. When I see all of that, that inspires me and make me want to do more. When I see people like Charlamagne the God, when I see people like DJ Envy, I see people like Rick Ross, I see people like Jay-Z, I see people like Beyonce, I see people in the industry where I've been studying them for a long time. And when I see what they have now compared to what they used to have whatever time ago, stuff like that inspires me to work harder. And it's not the materialistic things that I can touch that they have that inspires me. It's the drive behind what it took for them to get there that inspires me. For those of you who are just listening or just watching, we're talking about Oprah and how interview that Howard Stern done, and he mentioned Oprah. This is what he said.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club. Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just join us, we're talking about something that Howard Stern said, right, Yee?
Yes, he was talking about Oprah, and he said that it's wild that she shows off her wealth because people are struggling. Here's what he said.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the thoughts? What's your thoughts with this?
I mean,
What about the other people that do the same thing? That's my argument. Everybody else can do this, and it's not a problem. And I hate the fact where he compares her to a car. That the lady says Oprah's not a car. He says, well, she kind of sort of is. No, she in the hell not. She's a human. She is a black queen. That's what she is, Howard Stern. Oprah is a black queen. I think that she should be able. Ray, man, what's up? Miss you, bro. I actually tried to call your phone, but I guess I ain't had the right number a couple of weeks ago. I think that what he's trying to make out to be as her trying to floss. And I'm glad not a lot of people actually took on to that. And, I haven't really seen much on social media about people saying that she's wrong for that. But I think that we have to continue to fight for us, because if we don't fight for us, we can't expect nobody else to. Let me say it again. If we don't fight for us, we can't expect anybody else to, because people are going to do or be who they are. And until we stand up and we say that this is not true, or this is an issue, it's always going to not be true, and it's always going to be an issue. You can't handle us any kind of way. You can't handle Oprah any kind of way and just talk about her any kind of way and don't think that somebody's not going to have something to say. That black queen has worked very hard for where she is, to be who she is, to have what she have. So for Howard Stern to say all of that crap, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I say that even about us in our everyday lives, because I know some people be like, oh, that's rich people problem. No, it's not. That's your problem too. How many times you've had to explain while you're not the same person that you were years ago. People be like, oh my God, Taz, you changed. You ain't the same person you was when I first met you. Nigga, you met me when I was 10, 11, 12, 20 years old. I'm 41 now. Of course I've changed. And if God be willing, 5 years, 5 days from now, I'm going to change some more. It's all about evolution. And it would be dumb of me to change, but not show the change, to grow, but not show the growth, or not show the process of the growth. You look at people like 50 Cent. 50 Cent has been in evolution since we've known him. We've known the gangster, but now get to know the businessman. Jay-Z back in the day, we know that Jay-Z, but now get to know Sean Carter. Before you say that we are using how because it's not we, because I'm not there yet. So let me stop that. Instead of saying that people are trying to use their wealth to intimidate, I just think that we should look at the fact to say, no, it's not to intimidate. Some people just want to inspire people. Those of you who have the power or the opportunity to inspire, please do so. Do so. But I'm going to play the clip one more time, and I'll leave it open for a couple seconds for people to come on video and talk about it. I'll do the Oprah clip, and we'll come right back before we end the show. For those of you who did not hear, this is the Oprah story.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club. Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just join us, we're talking about something that Howard Stern said, right, Yee?
Yes, he was talking about Oprah, and he said that it's wild that she shows off her wealth because people are struggling. Here's what he said.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the thoughts? What's your thoughts with this?
I mean, I never looked.
So I'm going to leave it open for a couple more minutes in case somebody want to come in on video and share their thoughts and opinion about this. If not, we're going to close the show either way. I'm excited that I had a couple people come in and some people who were listening. One thing I caught this time around that Howard Stern was saying was her showing off her riches and whatever, her wealth, in the time when people are struggling. You never know what seeing, especially if I'm in the same industry or, have an interest in the same thing that Oprah is doing or Tyler is doing or my favorite music artist, my favorite actor is doing. If I see them doing something big and I'm in a struggling situation, I'm not looking at that along the lines of, why they got to be up there, yada, yada. No. If anything, it just may give me hope to say I can do this too. Or give me hope to say, don't give up. There's still an opportunity to make good out of a bad situation. So Howard Stern, I need you to do one thing for me. Shut the boop, 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 up forever. It's my personal. In the meantime, in between time, look, I'll tell you, wasn't going to be an extremely long show. We're right at the hour mark. I want to thank you guys for listening and watching the intro podcast. If you are listening to us, you can follow us on social media, on Facebook, the intro podcast, on Instagram. I want to make sure I give you guys all the right information. On Instagram, you can follow us at Intro Podcast. On Facebook, it's The Intro Podcast. And on Twitter, you can follow us at, while Twitter still exists, because I do believe that we are slowly moving away. The intro, the intro podcast also. So I'm excited that we've been able to come and chat with you guys today. We're gonna come back more and do this a little bit more. We'll have a lot of short videos also that we're gonna do some short updates and discussions. So I appreciate you guys for being a part of today's show. And yeah, that's it. And oh, do me a favor before I go. I have to plug this in as many times as possible. If you like R&B, soul music, do me a favor and check me out wherever you stream or get your music. Check me out. I am Trevane on Spotify and Apple Music. Uh, Again, it's good neo soul, R&B. It's love stuff that you can listen to around your kids. Put it like that, and don't have to worry about them cussing you out because of what they heard in the song. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys so much for being a part of today's show, for listening on the podcast, or being a part watching here on our social media. So in the meantime, in between time, we'll be back in a couple days, tomorrow, whatever. But we'll be back with some more on the intro podcast. Thank you guys for being with us. Bye bye.